All men are the same. I want someone who makes me laugh and likes to go on adventures. I want someone who can make me laugh. The secret.
Oh my god. Right, so these girls say all men are the same, right? And then meanwhile there's like 50 profiles, all the same, all saying that men men should make me laugh, which also is BS, right? Because what they're describing when they say that they want a man that makes them laugh, is they actually want a man that causes them anxiety, right? A guy who's interesting, who's not boring, right? And this implies that he's a Chad, right? Amazing. All right, just double standards right there. Let's continue.
This goes out to all the women that believe in astrology. Why astrology? There's a reason they're called horoscopes and not respectable womenoscopes.
The puns. Anyway, yeah, horoscopes are obviously BS, and I've already made an episode called "Astrology Girls Are on a Whole Nother Level of Red Flag." If they believe in like this BS, it's really not a good sign, guys. Oh man. All right, next. When you're busting your ass at work and she's talking to other dudes at home. I mean, this is a classic, right? It's just AFBB, right? So a girl's dualistic mating strategy states that she wants one guy for the genes and one guy to be the provider, right? So when she's talking to other men at home while you're busting your ass at work, what's actually happening is that she's using you as the useful idiot, and she's going and sleeping with other men, using those men for their genes. Hello and welcome to the Helios blog. My name is Helios, here for another reaction video. If you're new to the channel, liking the content, please give me a sub, hit all for notifications. If you're listening on the podcast, give me a 5-star review, give me a follow. If you'd like me to comment on a video, compilation, blog post, please send the link to theheliosblog@gmail.com. And of course, if you agree or disagree with my points, leave a comment. That's what the comment section is for. Let's continue. Focus on yourself. Indeed. So again, the point is, you are the cake, she is a cherry. So even if the cherry is gone, you're still a nice cake. That's the point. So it's not such a big deal if that kind of stuff ends. You can always replace. Don't chase, replace. Let's continue.
That long ass dick didn't have any lube on it, so it felt like he was rubbing his wood in my hole and starting a bonfire. All I could do was bury my face into the pillows and scream until he finished coming in my ass for the 4th time. He collapsed down on top of me. I was at least happy that he was happy and satisfied.
So this is the difference, right, between men and women. The difference is that men don't really share intimate details of their relationships with anybody. They just kind of say, yeah, I hit it, or yeah, like I got her, or whatever. And the other guy's like, good job, bro. Or like, or the equivalent. You get what I'm saying. But women are not like that. Women share like most of the details of their sex lives or their lives in general with other girls. Like anything you tell your girl is not private. It is public knowledge, which is why, again, you need to think about what you're saying, right? You need to, because if it's going to be advertisement anyway, it might as well be positive advertisement, right? So the principle is CYA, cover your ass. All right, let's continue.
Part 100 of Trying to Laugh at Women content.
Part 100 of trying to laugh at women content, and the guy on the left is like, I don't know about you guys, but I've never found female comedians funny. I don't know. Usually all they come off as is vulgar, right? They're just making like sex jokes, and it's just stuff that like no man with any reasonable or like discernible sense of humor would find funny. And like then I see some girls watching TikToks, right? And they're just the least funny thing, and these girls are just dying laughing at like the stupidest possible garbage. Like, guys, women in general are not funny. And the reason is because they don't have to develop a personality. The reason why so many women don't have to develop a personality is because they've never had to struggle. They've never had to fight to gain their value. They gain their value just by existing. And so why would they develop a personality other than knowing how to take pictures and change the filters? You see? All right, let's continue. No, please. Okay, so for those of you who weren't watching, there was a plus-sized woman, to put it nicely, taking like model photos on the beach. Guys, that girl weighs like 4 times what one of us weigh. I'm not kidding. And again, this is the fat acceptance movement, right? Beautiful at any size is the implication, but that isn't what it is, right? Men simply do not find women like that attractive. And that women want us to find them attractive doesn't change anything about our biological natures. Women, fitness is one of the key things that you need to have in order to be attractive to men. If you don't have it, you're going to alienate yourself from the men you actually want. Okay, let's continue.
The joke's right there. Like, we're all thinking the same thing, right? We all got the exact same joke up in our minds, and we're all going to hell for it. There's no way this is not a trap, bro. It's like the ball's perfectly teed up, and somebody just handed me a driver. It's like the easiest thing in my life. The comments are open, bro. I can comment whatever I want.
Yeah, I didn't make the low-hanging fruit joke of the plus-sized woman on the beach, but you can make your own. You can make your own. Insert your own joke there, okay? All right.
She's on the beach. She's lying down on the beach. We all thinking the same thing, right? Everybody, I know it ran through at least 90% of y'all's heads the second you saw that video. It's like right there.
Yes, but here's what's sad. What's sad is that that's supposed to be attractive. You see? Because that is what the shot implied, right? Because if you replaced it with, like, you know, a beautiful supermodel, that is what everybody would be thinking. That's the difference. So women, take that to heart. Understand that you cannot be above a certain BMI and be attractive. You just can't. Men will find it funny. Anyway.
I'm not going to... It's got to be a test.
It's got to be a test. Okay. He was there the whole time. He was the work husband. He was tickling your girl at work and she just laughed it off. She stayed late closing up while she was opening up for him in his office while you were waiting for her in the parking lot with a favorite snack she likes after a shift. She doesn't love you. She loves what you do for her. So, again, this is the concept of she's not yours, it's only your turn, AFBB, that sort of thing. So, again, she has one guy for the jeans who's a useful idiot who provides the taxi cab services, drives her around, etc. And then she has another guy who she's just sleeping around with, right? There you go. And then this guy's just working out. Okay, next. Okay, so what this guy is describing is the regular life of a person who's working a terrible job. You basically get paid nothing, right? Because after all your subscriptions and the food that you have to buy and your bills, you're left with nothing. And this is why, men, I recommend that you start a side business, that you hustle in order to increase the money you earn so that you can break out of that cycle. Because you are not drone workhorse bee to slave away your life at one of these garbage jobs. Believe me, you do not want to be that guy. In the short term, maybe the sacrifice you have to make is the sacrifice you have to make, right? But in the long term, you need to be looking out for your own goals, your own security, your own long-term plans, and you will not be successful. You will not have a good time, an enjoyable life, living such an existence. All right, let's continue.
A lot of stuff's happened. You even had trouble getting here.
Yeah, it took me 20 years just to...
Go on, we're listening. We are listening. Tell us more.
It took me 20 years.
You know, there are children watching, so Peter...
Here.
Okay, so the implication there is women wait at the finish line for the winner, right? So if you weren't watching, there's a guy who's like really handsome, tanned, whatever. Basically looks like Tarzan, right? That sort of thing. And then there's two girls, the two news reporter girls are like rubbing the guy with oil and stuff. But the implication again is build it and they will come, right? So if you work on yourself, if you focus on yourself, and the guy said it took me 20 years, right? So the idea is your hard work will be rewarded in the future, right? Build it and they will come. You need to strengthen yourself. You need to work on yourself, your goals, your mission, and then you will have your pick of the litter at the end there. That's the idea there. And of course, you know, those girls that were on camera like rubbing the guy, those are not the kind of girls that he actually wants. You know, they're post-war women, but they're taking their opportunity where they can get it, right? That's the idea there. Again, please leave a comment if you agree or disagree. Let's continue.
We go, double standards once again.
Here we go again.
So let's take a look at the situation right now. There's 3 women covering this man, right, while he's doing his interview, and they're oiling this man down on television in front of everybody. Didn't ask him or nothing. They just started oiling this man down. The guy even said there's kids there watching, right? And what happens? They're talking about, oh yeah, we're listening. Yeah, we're listening because they're distracted by his body, right? Okay, cool. Whatever. Now let's switch roles.
Oh yeah, I didn't. It's funny that I didn't even notice this, right? Because I see the underlying concept about why they're doing what they're doing. Yeah, this is like a blatant double standard in society, right? Because if a guy who a woman isn't attracted to is touching her without her permission, it's being put in a metal box. But if a girl does it, it's fine, even on camera. You see? And again, this is just more proof that we live in a matriarchy, right? Where women are allowed to get away with whatever they want, and men are not, right? Just very clearly. Okay, let's skip. I already know what this guy's gonna say. I don't really like his voice. All right, so we're skipping this. Cool.
She got a degree. Ooh.
I hate to break it to you ladies, but this is fucking true. A man don't give a fuck if you got a degree from Harvard. He don't give a fuck if you make 6 figures or not. A man wants to be the breadwinner of the family. If you're an average looking woman, you're fucking 6 out of 10, let's say, and you make 6 figures, I'm sorry, you're still a 6 out of fucking 10.
That's right. A man doesn't find a girl's degree or her accomplishments attractive. Here are the things that men find attractive in women, okay? The list. Fit, feminine, cooperative, submissive, bedroom fun, loyal. Those are the traits. So if she doesn't have those traits, it doesn't matter what else she has. And many women will say, I have a degree, I'm strong and independent, I have my own business, I make my own money, I'm etc., etc. Not realizing that is solipsism. Women have trouble seeing things from other people's perspective. So when she says that she likes those things, what she's saying is she likes those things in men, so she assumes that men like those things in women. But they don't. Men find the traits that I listed before as attractive, whereas women find the traits that I listed as attractive. And basically, the more money a girl earns, the more men that she takes out of her pool. Because women are hypergamous, which means they only date men that are superior to them in their eyes. So the better off a girl is in life, financially, etc., the less men she actually finds attractive, the less men she's actually able to get, because she literally sees more men as invisible. So she cuts the pool down even lower, right? That's the idea. Okay, let's continue.
But if you're an average looking woman and you're going to be a great fucking wife and a great fucking mother, you go from a 6 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. I'm not saying women shouldn't work at all, but if a man is bringing in that much money, if I'm bringing that much money in, I don't give a fuck if my wife works or not. If she wants to work, that's up to her, great. But I want to be the breadwinner of the family, and 99% of men obviously do.
Yeah, and not only this, and not only do men want to be the breadwinner, they want to be the head of the household. And that's the most important thing. If the man is not the head of the household, if he's not making the decisions, if he's not dictating the pace of the relationship, the way the relationship is going, the relationship is going to die because the proper masculine and feminine polarity is not maintained. And if the proper masculine and feminine polarity is not maintained, there is no relationship. All right, let's continue.
They're not going to want to rely on their wives to do it. It might sound fucked up, but hey, it is what it is. This has been this way since the beginning of fucking time. If you have a problem with it, call me fucking misogynistic or whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, it's not the M word to want traditional roles. In fact, most women want traditional roles. It's just they have been brainwashed by womanism to believe that what men want is not actually what they want, and so they don't know the truth anymore, and so they're going their own way that's wrong, and then not understanding why they're not getting the outcomes they want. And that's shout outs to Kevin Samuels. That's what his thing was. Rest in peace. Anyway, please leave a comment if you agree or disagree. Let's continue.
Give a fuck. Sorry.
Me feeling lonely and deciding to hop on Tinder. Fat girls, very interested. Yeah, so I mean, again, the idea is the following. Basically, because plus-sized women are less attractive in the dating market, they have to be more aggressive. They have to have lower standards than the average woman. And so plus-sized women are much more aggressive, and you're much more likely to sleep with one if you want. The only issue is men don't find plus-sized women attractive. So it's kind of like slump busting. You know, like you haven't had a girl in a while, and you take what you can get just to, you know, feel that kick of that you're not a loser in the dating market or whatever. But very often men regret sleeping with women that they don't, you know, they're not attracted to. So in my eyes, I would not recommend it. Instead, I would say if you're not able to attract women that are greater than plus size, you should be working on yourself more. You should improve yourself more to the point where you actually can attract girls that you're actually attracted to. It won't give you pleasure to sleep with the lower quality girls, so you shouldn't do it. That's my opinion anyway. It might give you a little bit of pleasure temporarily, but in the long term, it'll make you feel terrible about yourself. So instead, you should just keep focusing on yourself until you've reached the standard that you need to be at in order to attract the actual girls that you're attracted to. And again, it's not so hard because a lot of men have given up in the modern world. They don't actually want to compete for these girls. And I mean, it's not really surprising why. The reason they don't want to compete is because those girls, many of them, are not worth competing for. So, all right, anyway, let's continue. Why? Okay, no, we're going to skip this. Point of view. You hooked up with the one girl everyone warned you not to.
Who even are you? What's your name? Like, you're so irrelevant. What are you doing here? What is your name? Jared. Literally do not.
Okay. So, guys, please, and I'm sure you've heard this expression, do not put your, you know what I'm talking about, in crazy. And the reason is because the negative long-term consequences can really hurt you in 2022. So here is my recommendation for how you can prevent the problem. You go to a first date that isn't, you know, at your house. You know, you go to a public place, walk, you go to coffee, something like that. And this first date lasts for an hour, and it's your test. You're going to test if the girl is crazy or not. You're just going to let her talk. And if she is crazy, she will reveal the red flags, okay? She'll reveal how many tattoos she has. She'll reveal her end count, or, you know, the implication that she has a high end count. She'll reveal that she does illicit substances. She'll reveal she has sketchy friends. She will reveal everything. Because women like to talk if you are non-judgmental and you give them the space to do it. And you should. Because any girl that gives you a million red flags on that first date, you can just stop the interaction right there. And you haven't done anything bad. You haven't slept with her. You haven't interacted with her in any way other than talking. So it's no big deal. And you can cut her there. And this will literally make your dating experiences 1,000 times better. Because by preventing the problem, you never had to deal with girls like this. You never had to deal with the hardship, the suffering that goes with having a terrible girl in your life. Because you've prevented having those, like, bottom of the barrel girls right away. Also on first dates, things to look out for. This girl doesn't have it, but you want to look out for lots of tattoos, short dyed hair. You want to look out for ugly clothes. You want to look out for a masculine demeanor, over swearing, smoking, doing illicit substances, anything like that. All of those make her absolutely unworthy. I wouldn't even sleep with her. I would personally end the interaction there. I would finish that first date, thank her for the time, and never ever talk to her again. I'd block and lose her number. Because, again, those kinds of people provide too much risk to your life, so you shouldn't even go there, in my opinion. All right, let's go to our Reddit post here. My father is having a baby with my stepmom, who's so the father is 41 and has a new wife who's 29, and I'm really excited about it. My mom, 46, tells me not to view this baby as family with my sibling and to neglect it. So this is a case of sour grapes, right? Like disdain what you can't have. So and here's some red flags, okay? The husband is younger than the wife, you see, than the first wife. Notice how the wife is 5 years older. So what that implies is probably when they got married, the mom was like 31 and the dad was 26, you see? So the girl was basically much more experienced than the guy and used that to leverage getting into a relationship with the guy, and the guy ends up miserable. And it's not a surprise because she was probably post-war and settling, right? All right. My mother and father got divorced about 3 years ago. They grew apart, and looking back, I realized that divorce was really necessary. About a year after the divorce, my dad started dating my stepmom, and they got married last year. She's a lovely person, we get along great, and it's great to see my father with someone who cares as much about him as he does about her. So literally, as you can see, the dynamic between the original relationship was terrible, and so it's no surprise that it broke up. My mother always had something to say about my stepmom, passive-aggressively, but I never let that interfere with my personal judgment of my stepmom and experience with her. She's a great person and has always treated me right, so I have no reason to hate her. Yes, but there's a reason why the mom passive-aggressively hates the stepmom. It's because the stepmom is younger, the stepmom is nicer, and the stepmom can give the husband what she couldn't, which is nice behavior and more children, right? So the mom knows that the stepmom is superior, and so she has to passive-aggressively jab at her, right? She's also upset at the husband for getting a girl that's better than her, right? Okay, anyway. My stepmom recently told me that she's pregnant with my dad's baby. I'm really happy about this news and excited to finally get a sibling. My stepmom told me that I can be involved in the planning as much as I want, and even asked if I wanted to join her when going shopping for the baby and decorating. I'm fully on board and definitely want to be involved. But when I told my mother about this news, she said some nasty things. She told me that the baby isn't really my sibling and tried to convince me that I should not acknowledge the baby as my family. She started bad-mouthing my stepmom even more and tries to demonize her to me. I told her that she shouldn't judge her like this, and I'm not comfortable with her talking about my stepmom like this, but she doesn't really seem to care how I feel. That's right, because she is trying to turn the kid against the father by making the kid dislike the stepmother, you see? And this sort of thing is what happens in divorces very often, is the mom will try to turn the children against the father out of a kind of revenge, right? But at this point it's impossible because the stepmother is so nice and kind and pleasant and is just winning that there's nothing the mother can do, the bitter mom. I'm now lost on how to deal with the situation. I want to have a healthy relationship with both my parents, but my mom isn't making this easy on me. What's a healthy way to deal with the situation regarding my mother? There is no easy way, and that's the problem. The mother actually, sadly, is the one that caused the whole problem. And here's what I mean. She caused the whole problem by not getting married at an earlier age. She actually should have been in a different family, you see? She actually should have been married to a different guy and had a different child. And this problem would have been totally prevented. Right? If she had gotten married at 18 to 23 to a husband, to a man that she respected and had his children right away, this would not be an issue. They'd still be together. But instead, she wasted away her prime years, married later to a younger man. The dynamic was terrible. They divorced, and then this is the result. You see? So this whole thing should have been prevented. And now who suffers? The children. And that's exactly why womanism is terrible. The reason why womanism is terrible is because it promotes this sort of thing. The breaking of families, the creation of mixed families, all of this garbage, dynamic garbage, you see? It's just a disaster. Okay, anyway. Let's look at the top comment with 700 upvotes. I would consider a no-talk agreement about anything regarding your father, his wife, and your baby sibling. This isn't healthy for her to express the negativity to you, nor for you to have to listen to. It's inappropriate. If she won't listen, I would walk away, put on headphones, and work on an exit plan. So the idea is for the girl to detach herself from the situation. It's very hard to do. She opens herself up to so much negative behavior by doing that. It's very hard. 2.4k upvotes. Your mom is being sour and toxic. Don't let her ruin the joy of getting a new sibling. 350 upvotes. Your mom needs to realize that her relationship with her ex-husband is separate from the relationship between father and daughter. OP may also be getting a bit more insight into some contributing factors of the divorce. Exactly. It's exactly what I talked about. So again, the mom is jealous that the stepmom is better than her in every measurable way. And it's causing all kinds of problems. And it's no surprise that it's causing all kinds of problems because she is the problem, right? Anyway, that's... And she was always the problem, is what I'm getting at. Alright guys, I think we're going to end the episode there. So again, if you're new to the channel liking my content, please give me a sub, hit all for notifications. If you're listening on the podcast, give me a 5-star review, give me a follow. If you agree or disagree with the stuff that I'm saying, please leave a comment. That's what the comment section is for. And again, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to listen, especially to the end. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Please remember to do all of the following. Like the video for the algorithm. Comment on the video. I respond to all comments and I'll give you a heart. Subscribe and hit the bell so you can see my content on your feed. Check out all of my content on other platforms. It spreads the reach of the channel. YouTube, bit.ly/heliosyoutube. Rumble, bit.ly/heliosrumble. My blog is realheliosblog.com. My podcast, bit.ly/heliospodcast. My Patreon, patreon.com/theheliosblog. You can also support the show at bit.ly/heliosdonations and buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. Thank you so much for all of your support.